How to stop questioning yourself as a leader and beat the imposter syndrome. Hi, it's Kal from Omnipotent Growth. Today we have a very important topic, and I say important because I'm aware of the fact that lots of people are dealing with it in the same time, in this very moment. So I've been thinking about the topic throughout the whole week because recently I had a conversation with a friend that got promoted, and even him with all the credentials, all the badges of honor and all the experience needed for such a promotion, he had some doubts and some fears. And we spoke about how this is normal and how our brain thousands of years ago dealt with fear in a way that you can not risk your life. But in the modern business world, it's not so common that you are eaten by a lion. So, how I know about this imposter syndrome? Because I also feared not to get caught. I also feared that I would look stupid in the new challenge, the new position. My first job was when I was 16, and even though I was always in the best schools in my country, for high school, for university, for master degree, this never helped me. So I had to deal with it in another way. And to understand why we question ourselves, first we have to go back. So we don't have an equal start. Some of us have parents that made us more ready for this. Some of us had teachers that stretched us and showed us that it's not so scary and it's not so bad to have some questions, to try and fail. Then some of us had bosses that helped us receive the needed help and just showed us that it's okay to not know the answer every time. It's okay to mess up. And when you mess up and when you are in the corner, you receive help instead of the hammer. So this is the difference, but what can we do to change the circumstances if they're not ideal for us? So the things that we can do are like, think of what is the opposite of fear, of doubt. And this is self-confidence. The more practical ways of building self-confidence are through real-time experience. And for me personally, and for a lot of people that I consulted, preparation. The thing that you can do is just prepare. And don't be afraid of over-preparing. This never hurts. So if you're over-prepared and enter a room, you might be able to just ask the right questions. So, for example, you can see the podcast, right? I started to do it. I have few episodes, but I have the podcast, the video in YouTube. I have all kinds of lighting. I have the mic, the headphones, the programs that I'm mixing it all up. So it looks like 10 different people are working on it, but it's just me. This is a showcase of being over-prepared. So I wanted to be really good and to showcase the level of performance that I want to state. So you have to understand that being as a leader, if you are, let's say it's your first hire, your first promotion. So you were an operations guy and then you go to the next level and you're, let's say, the technical leader or the team leader of the people that are doing the operational work. So the first important thing to know is that naturally when you become the leader, people start to look at you differently, but this is not bad differently, this is good differently. So you should be able to seek help. You should be able to understand that nobody expects from you to act like a person that is with 25 years of experience with this job. So you can talk with your superiors, you can talk with the people that you lead, and you can ask insightful questions, thoughtful questions, which are well prepared to spark productivity, to spark collaboration. And then this is what builds trust. So you don't need to know every single thing that you can do in such a position. So you don't need all the management tactics, all the management strategies, and everything that you can implement on a team, because this is I don't know, I've read maybe more than 30-40 books on leadership, and I still don't know everything. And it will be madness to try to apply everything at the same time, because this is what experience will teach you. Try a little bit of this, try a little bit of that. Make yourself more knowledgeable. Like watching or hearing this right now makes you more knowledgeable. So you are seeking knowledge. This is a good step. And when you start to seek knowledge, to seek help, and to ask questions, you bring trust to the team. And trust will show support. Support will give you the needed self-confidence. Because you will see that there is nothing bad of making a slight mistake, asking someone to help you fix it, and in the end, maybe publicly analyze it so you can prevent doing it again. This is the best thing that I can tell you today about that topic. For more advanced people, you should know that the slight difference between mentoring and coaching comes right after you go through this phase. You step into the self-confidence, then you can be really prepared and ask coaching questions. So, for example, if you're not the subject matter expert, you can read a lot for a week or two, and then to achieve better results for a project, you should go through your subject matter expert, and you should ask provoking questions based on the things that you read. And because he's the specialist, he's the expert, he might get something to think about. You might ask a question that he didn't ask himself. So this is a portion of mentoring plus coaching. Ask open questions that are funded, that are created by the knowledge that you absorbed. And this is how it goes. So if you are on the next level, like if you're middle management, your operations becomes the different departments that are moving. So they need to know that they have your support. You need to know that you have the support of your superiors, maybe the board. And this is how it goes. So for the people that are needing some self-confidence in your team, make sure to talk about it often, maybe on a daily basis or at least weekly basis, that it's okay, that we should make decisions, we should make informed decisions, then we should learn from the things that happened out of those decisions. So this is it for today, guys. It was a pleasure again. I'm really happy that I shared. So make sure that you subscribe and follow Omnipotent Growth with Kal, and I'll see you next week.